Hi everyone, happy Friday. I love Fridays because we get to do our draw for the week and see who's won the new Judith Kerr book. And it's even better because now my video is fixed, so I can really show you the book. So for this week, we have Mog in the Dark by Judith Kerr. And I love the way they've done the sky in this book. You can see really beautiful illustrations of the sky and the colors. So it's a good one to win. And I have done the draw just before I started. And I'm happy to announce that Shania, you won this week. So you're going to be receiving your copy of Mog in the Dark, and I will be in touch with your mum on the email to tell her how you can collect this book. So well done, and well done to everybody for sending their work in. Remember, if you send your reading in every single day, that means your name is in the draw 5 times. So you get you have a better chance of winning the book if you send your work in every single day. So I think there's definitely a few names in that cup that I think are probably going to win at some point because they send their work in so much, they're learning in. So very well done, Shania, and to everyone who sent their work in this week. And now let's get started with our reading lesson. All right, so today's the 29th of January 2021, and today we're learning to read and retrieve independently. So every Friday, we would have a year one piece of reading and comprehension questions for children to do in the class, and they are expected to do this independently, as independently as they can, to get them the practice to be doing their reading by themselves and really applying all those skills that we work on throughout the week. So today, I've given you a really good piece of reading and 3 questions for you to answer in sentences at home. So there's not a lot of questions. It's not a really long task, but remember, we want our learning today to be about learning to do the reading independently, getting that practice, and retrieving independently. So remember, if you're reading a new text, like we talked about yesterday, to be successful, you want to circle the tricky words you know, if you can, underline the digraphs and trigraphs, and read through the text at least 3 times. You want your reading to sound smooth and you don't want it to feel tricky to sound out the words. If it's still too tricky to sound out the words, then it's going to be really hard for you to answer the comprehension questions because you'll be trying so hard to sound out the words. So you want to get enough practice with that text that you can read it quite smoothly yourself. So today your text is called The Grasshopper and the Ant, and it's a little story, so it is fiction, about a grasshopper and an ant. So we have 2 pages of it. I'm going to press pause. You can press pause so you can read the first page. And for the second page, and please keep sending in your videos of your reading because it's really, really great to see them and to see how you're progressing with your reading. And it's good for the teachers because then we can monitor it and see how you're doing, just like we would be in the classroom. And for anyone who needs a little bit of extra, who needs to be hearing the text, I'm going to read it now. But if you feel really confident about reading it by yourself, you can skip this bit. You don't need me to read it to you. But if you need a little bit of extra, that's okay. I'm going to read it for you now. The Grasshopper and the Ant. One hot summer day, a grasshopper was jumping and playing in the grass. An ant went by. The ant was bringing food to its nest. The grasshopper said, "Come play with me." The ant said, "Oh no, I am getting food ready. I am getting food for the long winter." "What a silly little ant you are," said the grasshopper. "The days are warm and sunny. Come and play with me." The grasshopper played and played. The ant kept on working. When the winter came, the grasshopper was very hungry. The ant had lots of food to eat. The ant said to the grasshopper, "What a silly big grasshopper you have been. Next summer, do your work before you play." Well, there's a lesson to be learned in that one, I think, ladies and gentlemen, about making sure we take care of our responsibilities first, probably. So I'd like you to have a practice at reading this text. I've noticed that we actually have an extra paragraph at the top, so I'm just going to move it up like that so that you can pause the screen and have the right text for yourself. And when you finish doing that, remember that can be a big part of your lesson. If we were working in class, that would be a good 15 minutes, 15, maybe 20 minutes of just practicing our reading. So you can take as much time as you need to read that text smoothly. And then our next step is looking at retrieval. So we talk about our steps to success for our success criteria for retrieval really, really often, but let's review it again because it's always helpful. So number one, you're being a word detective. So go back and find the clue word from the question in the story. Number two, read around the clue word. So you have to read the whole sentence. Number three, reflect. So think, does that sentence answer your question? Is it what I'm looking for? And number four, check any pictures to see if they give you any help. And now your three questions for today is, why was the ant working so hard all summer? Why was the ant working so hard all summer? And you probably recall, without me saying this, but if the question starts with why, our answer will often start with because. That's right, because we're giving a reason for it. So why was the ant working so hard all summer? Remember, you're finding your reasons in the text. Number two, what did the grasshopper do in the summer? What did the grasshopper do in the summer? And number three, what lesson could the grasshopper learn? What lesson could the grasshopper learn from that story? So you've got your text, you've got your questions. Happy reading today. I can't wait to see your videos. Congratulations, Shania, on your win. That's fantastic. And yeah, just really practice hard, work hard today. Remember, it's okay for it to be tough. We don't want it to be easy. If it's too easy, then we're not really learning or developing any new skill. So we want it to be a little bit challenging, but we can do hard things in year one and we can persevere even when it's a little bit tricky. So I want you to do your very, very best today. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. So have a lovely weekend. And on Monday, we'll be back to the tiger who came to tea. I think we're right at the end of the stories. This will probably be our last week of the tiger who came to tea next week. And yes, have a lovely weekend. Get outside, but stay safe. And I'll see you next week. Bye.